The next slide indicates what we will cover in the next exercises. That is free energy and, again, aspects of the creation. And we will begin with the communication with one single molecule. All right? So what we are doing now is we communicate, first of all, with one consciousness entity within our body. And this consciousness entity is a subset, if you like, of our body cells. It is the water in our body. And then in the second step, we communicate with one single water molecule out of this water in our body. The reason for that two steps is the following. That is one possible way you can focus on something like a molecule if you ask, in that case, the water in your body for support for communication with a single molecule. So what we are doing is, I will lead you to that. We love our water in our body, and we ask the question, what can I do for you to make you happy? And this question, I really recommend for all types of telepathic communication, because the content is positive for every single aspect in the creation. What can I do for you to make you happy? That is something you express the love for the other aspect, right? And the answer could be nothing. It is all okay. It's all fine. Or you could receive no answer at all, because sometimes we have this because the dialogue partner is surprised about this question. He never expected that. But that is something, if you are not knowing what to talk with another aspect of the creation, this could be one thing. What can I do for you to make you happy? Especially if this addresses the communication with one of your inner aspects. This is always good to ask, what can I do for you to make you happy? And the reason for that is also covered in part 1 of the Train the Trainer webinar, where we covered the inner aspects part in that webinar. Then, when you receive that answer by your water in your body cells, water is about 75 to 80% matter, basically, in our body. So that is a very strong consciousness within our body, our human body. So that is very interesting what you will receive as an answer from your water that is different to the body cells. You might receive a different answer from your body cells and the water at a certain time. So let's look what happens. Then, when you have received this answer, you then ask for support by the water in your body cells to get in touch or get in contact with one single water molecule. Please, dear water in my body, for example, could be the question, could you support me in getting in contact with one single molecule, please? Please help me. show me one single molecule. So this kind of approach, and that is one possibility. But I kindly ask you to focus on your emotion, on your feeling, on your guidance by the water of your body, or what will happen then. Then, if this single water molecule appears, you also can ask, what can I do for you, single water molecule? You know, because that water molecule could be in your feet, for example, or it could be in the ear. It could be somewhere in your body. So the longing for your support by a water molecule could be different. You know what I mean? But that is something you will experience now. Or if you don't like to ask this question to the water molecule, you can ask a very individual question. You can ask, for example, what is your task in the creation? What is your task in my body? Or this kind of things, whatever you feel okay and you are curious about this. You know what I mean? And make notes whenever you feel it is okay, because one information I will tell you: if you ask, what can I do for you to make you happy, and you receive an answer, and you forget what you can do to make this happy, this body cell, this water, and you forget this, then the following can happen. If you receive an answer by a body cell, for example, yes, you can do the following to make me happy. That means that this body cell is not happy. If something in your body, in an aspect, even it's just a molecule or a segment or organ, you can do that with an organ as well, with a part of your body, with an arm, with even with a consciousness of a cancer in the stomach of a client. That is all possible. If you don't listen to that and you act on that to make this happy, then this is and will be out of balance if you not act on this. You know what I mean? So in the case you receive, yes, you can do this to make me happy, you should take this serious, because you are not in harmony at this point. Or your client, you can do the similar exercise for healing activities with your client. You can ask your stomach cancer, for example, of your client, what is the reason that you are there, and what can the client do that you disappear? So this kind of things you can do with parts of your body, even it's related to illness, because all is consciousness. There is no separation at all. Okay, so let's move forward, and now again I will lead you, and the first thing which comes into your mind and you perceive, please remember, and then I give you an indication for coming back and for making notes. So please sit in an upright position. Again, close your eyes and focus your attention on your breath. Breathe slowly and evenly. You feel your muscles, your neck muscles, and relax if necessary. And you feel your shoulder muscles. You relax them. And breathe slowly and evenly. You feel excited and you smile. very interesting exercise. You are curious and you step out of your body. You turn around and you see yourself, this beautiful being, and you smile because you love yourself so much. And you love yourself so much that you come close to yourself, you embrace you and give you a hug. And you can feel the love streaming from you to yourself and back to you. You are so happy. And you ask, dear water in my body, what can I do for you to make you happy? The first thing which comes into your mind, please remember. Now ask your body in your water whether your water can support the connection, the contact to one single water molecule. And you smile, perceiving this single water molecule, and you ask your question. Again, the first thing which comes into your mind, the whole situation perceiving one single molecule. Please remember and come slowly back and open your eyes. Please make notes, write down what you have perceived. Because that might be a little bit more complex, you will have 1 minute for your short notes now. So the results of the first question, that means 95% of all participants, or all the participants, 41 out of 54, received an information by the body cells, what can I do to make you happy? So that is awesome. That is very good. That means the communication to your body is very well established. And more, the body cells told you what you can do to make them happy. And that is something you could ask this question to all your inner aspects. If every single aspect would answer, I'm happy, you don't need to do anything, you would be in complete harmony, in balance. That is something we touched in part 1 already. But today, that is a very good result because your water answered, right? That is the 80% of the water. Very good result. And if you act on this feedback from the water, so for my example, I can tell you I had received a few months ago from my water a special musical part from Beethoven. Beethoven. It was a symphony of Beethoven, and my body cells, the water body cells, wanted to listen to this special, very special Beethoven symphony. So this kind of things you can receive, and it could be all different types: be happy, love me, dance, and this kind of things. So that is a very individual. Just listen to that. Then we have that one person, I was not allowed to get in contact with my body cells. That is with the water. So that is very interesting and important and very good. And I will tell you why this is good. Because now you have a signal that you can work why you have no contact with your body cells. So there must be a barrier. There is something out of harmony. There is something out of balance. And if you ask your mind, and that is covered in part one, your mind or another inner aspect, whether they can support you in helping to understand why the water is avoiding this contact, then you find a solution. You have information how to get to the solution. Your body cells, the 100% of your body, for example, can give you an answer why the water is resisting to make contact. That is for people doing healing with clients a very important tool you can use by using telepathic communication, because you can talk to different parts of the client's body, understanding what the reason is and what is needed to do. That is a very strong, powerful tool. So I had contact, but I didn't receive any answer. We have two people. That is okay. So just accept this. Sometimes you just do not receive any answer, but it could change tomorrow. So just accept that. That is sometimes the case. And I had no contact again. We can cross-check whether, for example, I had an answer by my mind that it is not possible to walk through the wall, for example. Is the mind also creating a barrier talking to the water cells? So this kind of things we can do to analyze what is happening. If I do not believe at all, if I have doubts that I can talk to my water, then you have this full barrier. So you can expect this kind of result. Now let's have a look to the single molecule, and that is awesome, really. 91% of the participants giving the feedback received an answer from this single molecule. That is awesome. And that is a similar ratio as with the water, the water in the body. And what we have here, in addition to the previous one, is I'm not sure whether I have received an answer. And that, again, that is something you could then ask an open question. And this is covered in part one of the telepathic communication. Which of my inner aspects is responsible that I have doubts in receiving an answer from the single water molecule? And then this or some more aspects will pop up and will explain who it is and why the doubts are there. That is the way you can handle these doubts. But I can tell you, this is an awesome result, And that leads us to the next exercise. Excellent, I like to say, and let's move forward. Now, the next exercise addresses one single atom. And we use the same procedure as one possibility to focus on one single atom. We use the same procedure as before. And what we are doing is we address one single hydrogen or oxygen atom. And what we can do for this exercise is to go back to this single water molecule we just communicated with and ask for support and help to get in contact with one hydrogen or one oxygen atom out of this water molecule. You know, the water molecule is shown here, is consisting of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. This is one water molecule. What you did in the exercise before, you communicated with one of this molecule. And you can ask where at the moment this water molecule is positioned in your body, for example, just as one example. And you can now go back to this single molecule saying, thank you very much for supporting me, and whether this molecule could help you to talk with one of these atoms, or which is a hydrogen, or one oxygen atom. This here is a quantum image of the electron movement of an oxygen atom and this of the 2 hydrogen atom, just to give you an impression at which level we are communicating now. You see, we have just one question, and you can again define an individual question to one of those atoms. And if you like, you can also talk to both oxygen and hydrogen atoms as well. You have enough time because that's a little bit more complex. And you can also ask, what can I do for you to make you happy? Dear oxygen atom, do you have a message for me? Dear oxygen atom, are you connected to other oxygen atoms in the universe? And this kind of things. Just that is your own creativity and your curiosity now. So you have now 1 minute for defining and formulating an individual question, and then I will lead you through this exercise 1 minute from now on. And you see that is just addressing the dialogue partner by focusing the attention by your intention combined with a loving emotion and a respectful emotion. That's are the basics in addressing. Okay, so ready? Please sit in an upright position and close your eyes. Breathe slowly and evenly. check your muscles and, if necessary, relax them on the neck, your shoulder muscles, and breathe slowly and evenly. You smile because the exercises are so exciting, so wonderful, and you step out of your body. You turn around and see your beautiful body, possibly shining as bright light. And you love yourself so much that you express your love, this positive emotion to yourself with a big thank you to your water in the body and this single water molecule. And looking to you, you come close to you, you give yourself a hug. You feel the water in your body. And you are look forward now to meet the water molecule again. And you ask, dear water molecule, please could you help me, support me in getting in contact to one of your atoms, the hydrogen or oxygen atom, please. And you smile when seeing one of these atoms, and you ask, dear hydrogen atom, what can I do for you to make you happy? Or ask your individual question. Or if you wish, contact the oxygen atom. You decide to come slowly back now. Saying thank you for the communication. You open your eyes, and now you have a bit time for making notes. Okay. First of all, the hydrogen. So we had 12 participants who communicated with the oxygen atom. Okay, but very interesting. 67% of the participants, they had contact and received information by this single hydrogen atom. That is awesome. That is excellent. Wonderful. Just coming back to this one participant who was not allowed to get in contact. That is a very good feedback, because you now can start to analyze what the reason is. Normally, I can tell you, all or every single aspect in the creation we are trying to connect to are open for contact. There's normally no barrier. So if there is a hesitation, for example, which is mentioned here one time, that most probably is related to a certain emotion, I would like to say. We communicate to this other aspect, like I have doubts or I have fear or this kind of thing. The positive thing is that still in that case, in that single case, the single atom decided to communicate back. But we can then work together with plants, for example, who are very good in analyzing that what is happening during communication. What is the reason the single atom was hesitating during the contact? And that there was no way to communicate with me is from one viewpoint very good, because then I can start to work, asking one of my inner aspects who can help me to understand why the hydrogen atom in this case didn't allow contact. So that is very good. Excellent is that you have that contact here, 67%. And again, here we have that doubt where we can work again with the inner aspect. Doubt very often is the reason. You can then communicate with the doubt. Please explain me what is going on. What is the reason you have doubts? And you can work on this. And I had no contact. We covered that before. And then we have the oxygen part, very similar feedback with excellent results. So the oxygen atom sent information or answered the question, whatever you have asked. And you see, even we did that online, and we did that not in a deep meditation state. We have this kind of results. I would like to cover this one aspect, whether this is fantasy or not. And that is covered, and we will use that, I think, with the free energy device communication now. That should be a standard procedure if you exchange technical information or scientific information with the extraterrestrial beings, for example, or with your free energy devices, that you, at the end of your communication, that you make a cross-check with your mind and the inner aspects, whether they have altered something. That is explained in part 1 of the webinar. And the positive thing is that the mind and other aspects always tell you the truth. They never lie. Because of that, you can extract the information they have possibly altered, and the information which is truthful you have available then for further work then on this information. So awesome, very, very good.